I want a divorce after 9 months of marriage, but everyone thinks I'm being immature. My husband and I dated for 4 years before we got married. I love him deeply, even now, but 3 months ago, something happened that I can't shake off. I stopped by his office to surprise him with lunch. It was a Tuesday, and I knew he'd been stressed about a project deadline. I thought bringing his favorite sandwich would cheer him up, and maybe we could eat together in the break room. That's when I met Brenda, his coworker. They were laughing together at his desk, sharing what looked like an inside joke. When he finally noticed me standing there, he introduced us. She said, "Oh, so you're the wife he's always talking about." She had this familiarity in her voice, like she knew everything about me, about us. It made my stomach drop, except he never talked about her. Not once in 4 years. Not a single mention of this woman he apparently spent 8 hours a day with. I started paying attention after that day. Really paying attention. He'd text her every night after dinner while we were watching TV on the couch on weekends when we were supposed to be relaxing together, having our time. Even on our vacation in Mexico, our first big trip as a married couple, he was messaging her while I was in the pool trying to enjoy what should have been our romantic getaway. When I finally asked why he never mentioned his good friend, he got defensive immediately. He said we never really discussed work because I wouldn't understand his field anyway. That comment stung more than he probably intended. He handed me his phone with this annoyed look and told me to read their messages if I was so worried and paranoid. So I did. I sat there and read everything. It was all inside jokes that I wasn't part of. Pet names like work wife and partner in crime, her constantly venting about her marriage problems and how her husband doesn't listen to her. They talked about everything under the sun, her kids' soccer games, her husband's issues, their weekend plans, even what they had for lunch that day. The kind of mundane daily sharing that I thought was supposed to be between us. But one text absolutely froze me in place. It was from his birthday party in June, the one I'd spent weeks planning. I'd invited all his friends and family, decorated our apartment, made his favorite cake from scratch. She wrote, "You must be bored at your own party if you're texting me instead of being with her." He was texting her during our celebration, while I was standing 10 feet away cutting his birthday cake, while our friends were toasting to our future together. While I was playing the perfect wife, he was having a more meaningful conversation with her. I confronted him that night after everyone left. I told him it felt like emotional cheating, that the constant contact and level of intimacy wasn't appropriate for coworkers. He got upset and said I was being insecure and controlling. But then he saw the look on my face, saw how serious I was, and his tone changed completely. He promised to stop. He said he'd set clear boundaries with her and limit their conversations to work topics only. A month later, it started again, slowly first, like he was testing the waters. A text here and there during dinner, then a few on the weekend, then back to the nightly conversations like nothing had changed, like his promise meant nothing. I showed him I wasn't happy about it. I didn't yell or scream. I just calmly pointed out that he was doing exactly what he promised not to do. That's when he brought her to our house. She sat on my couch in my living room in the home we were supposed to be building together and reassured me nothing was happening between them. She kept insisting nothing physical happened between them, that I was overreacting to a normal friendship. So I asked her point blank why she was really here, why she drove to my house on a Saturday to convince me of their innocence. She got quiet, then admitted my husband called her crying last night, saying I was threatening to leave him. But I never threatened to leave. I never even brought up divorce or separation, which meant he was already planning his defense before I'd even decided what I wanted to do. Full story on channel linked below.